Hey folks, welcome to the show. If you didn't see my last video, then please go do that, because it's technically part 1 of this thing, and I need the views. Go on, I'll wait. Okay, number 11. Silly bands. Schools all over North America banned these bands, which of course is a silly ban. Supposedly distracting. Everything is, okay? Kids can't pay attention. With their technology and whatever the hell else. You know what else is distracting? Verbally abusive teachers and poor temperature control, which is what I had to put up with. First world problems. Number 12! Best friends. You heard right. You heard right. Once again, the UK is the culprit. Of course. At some schools over there, teachers are banning best friends in an attempt to save others' feelings. Oh. So let me get this straight. In order to make kids with no friends feel better, you're pulling the old misery loves company trick? Suppose that I have cancer, then everyone else should too. Be inclusive. Number 13, milk. A group of doctors want it off the school lunch menus permanently, all across the board. A vegan and physician group in the US is pushing a petition to get rid of milk in school cafeterias, due to it being, quote, high in sugar, high in fat, and high in animal protein that is harmful to bone health, not protective of. Fine. But what about all the juices in soda pops that are still in a lot of schools? Even orange juice has the same amount of sugar as a can of Coke. Pretty soon, all we'll be able to drink is water. Oh no, because for the last 30 years, most of the water in America hasn't been safe to drink. Except, of course, for our proud sponsors, Ice Mountain. Every time I get a water bottling company to sign on, they see the video and immediately pull out. That's why I have to keep changing brands. Number 14. Now, this one fills me with such rage, I could dedicate a whole series of videos to the topic. Certain words that are being banned, but you'd never guess what they are. Ready? If you're on any psychiatric medications, I highly suggest you make sure you've been taking them before you hear this, okay? Some of the words that were banned. Dinosaur. Poverty. Birthdays, Halloween, and dancing, because they might elicit unpleasant emotions in students. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Most schools celebrate Halloween. A lot of students are poverty-stricken, which is also a vocabulary and spelling word. Dancing is sometimes a class, and somewhere along the line in your education you're going to be taught about dinosaurs. Some kids who are poverty-stricken have their birthday on Halloween, and they go as dinosaurs and later have a dancing party. Are you telling me that right now there's some unstable fuck out there who, if they heard me, would go fucking nuts? Rocking back and forth in the corner, sitting in a puddle of their own waste for 3 days, weeping uncontrollably. Yeah, we're over here now. Just accept it. Unbelievable. First Amendment, for God's sake. First it was separation of church and state. If this gets any worse, we're probably gonna have to have separation of school and state. This is beyond oversensitivity and coddling. It's literally the most surreal and nonsensical scenario. I can't. 15. Uggs. Every young girl wears them, especially in the cold. Too bad. In Pennsylvania, students won't be allowed to wear these atrocious sheepskin boots this winter due to potential for storing contraband, like cell phones. Contraband? Really? No wonder kids say school's like jail. Pennsylvania, we need to talk. Come closer. Let me tell you something. And this is sad that a 19-year-old has to correct an entire state on how they treat their students. One, you keep micromanaging and nitpicking everything they do, then you wonder why, they can't be independent and self-reliant. Number 2, you treat them like they're untrustworthy criminals, then you wonder why they engage in untrustworthy activity. Moving on. Number 16, baggy pants. Once again, something that was popular in the 90s, but schools are still fighting against. Some schools claiming it interferes with learning, and others say it's a gang-related style. Gang-related style! This is just like that hoodie bullshit all over again. Might as well just have them all wear uniforms. There's no freedom anymore. Interferes with learning? Oh, real cute. God forbid we should blame something substantial for learning interference, such as the rapidly decaying education system. Number 17. Well, you can't have baggy pants, you can't have yoga pants. Now they want to take away your skinny jeans. Banned all across the country due to lack of modesty and distraction for members of the opposite sex. Here's a proposal. All the really hot girls in school aren't allowed to wear pants then. They gotta come in just wearing panties. Just the hot ones. I mean, the unattractive ones should probably come in with ponchos made of hefty bags. Cover up the ugly, butch. You look like the bear from Ted. You shouldn't even be taking away distractions so much as making the material interesting and engaging. That'd be like if a piece of shit movie came out, most of them, and Bloomberg tried to ban all the snacks in the theater, but not for nutritional reasons this time. But instead because Hollywood was blaming popcorn and soda pop for being distractions. The bottom line is, there's really no improvement on an issue in America. The wrong culprit always blamed, because there's usually a powerful interest who doesn't want this or that fixed. Number 18, winning! Seriously, I mean, if this was Charlie Sheen, of course I'd want to ban it. But aside from the pointless debate over too much self-esteem versus not enough self-esteem, teachers are attempting to have students avoid physical and emotional injuries, and so they're banning competitive games at recess. What other kind of games are there? Schools, institutions supposedly set up to prepare you for the real world, partially, taking away healthy exercise coupled with lessons on motivation, goal setting, success, achievement, hard work. I'm not sure if irony is even the word for this, mostly because that word is another thing they didn't teach us in school. But I think injustice definitely describes this. Why don't you just ban the SATs for Christ's sake? Number 19. Hard balls. Last year a school in Toronto made news when they announced they would ban hard balls from its premises because a parent had a concussion because it was hit with one. I'll leave it to the soft Canadians to have the balls to play hardball and ban hard balls. Number 20. Christmas. First it was decided they'd have holiday trees, then they would have all-inclusive December concerts. Some schools have taken this jolly shit way too far, banning references to Santa and carols, anything even remotely Christmas related. Again, trying to control people's language. As if Christmas has even a snowflake of religion left in it anyway. It should be called December, and the two S's in Christmas should be dollar signs. Why do you think the colors are red and green? Big corporations rake in all the green, and you're left in the red. Speaking of which, I'm spent. Good night!